Hi all. Today let's see the first program of our DS Lab BCSL 304. So what does it say? Develop a program in C for the following. Declare a calendar as an array of 7 elements, a dynamically created array to represent 7 days of a week. Each element of the array is a structure which has 3 fields. The first field will be day, which is also a dynamically allocated string. Second field, the date of the day, an integer. Third field, the description of activity for particular day, a dynamically allocated string. You should use functions like create, read, display. Create to create the calendar, read to read the data from the keyboard, and display to print week activity details report on the screen. So let me explain this in a detail. So what is going to happen here is you're going to create a calendar. You're going to create a calendar. Okay. Okay. You're going to create a calendar. This calendar is dynamically allocated. Dynamically allocated. So whenever you find the word dynamically, you have to use malloc. Okay, malloc is a function which is used to create the objects dynamically. Okay, so and this calendar actually, according to the question, it is an array. What array it is? It's an array of pointers. See, malloc, whenever you're going to use malloc, you have to use pointers. Whenever something uh, called dynamic is mentioned, you have to use pointers. So now this calendar becomes the array of pointers. Okay. Now you know, according to the question, the calendar will have 7 elements. And what are the 7 elements? First one is Monday. Second one is Tuesday. Third one is Wednesday. So it goes on Thursday, Friday, fourth one, sixth one Saturday, and seventh one is Sunday. So there are 7 elements. That is 7 days of the week are the 7 elements. Okay, and now each element will have something. For example, when I'm taking Monday, Monday will have a day name. What is the day name of Monday? That is Monday. Okay, a name for Monday, that is Monday. It will have a date. Okay, date will be in the form of D, M and YY. Okay, you will have a date, you will have month, you will have year. Then finally you will have something called activity description. Okay, so what you are going to do on Monday, that will be mentioned in activity description. So this is all about overall of this, and we will see one by one in more detail, because create is there, create, read and everything is there, so we will see it. So this is what your question says. You have to create a calendar which is dynamically allocated. So I told you, whenever you heard the word dynamic, you go for malloc, and malloc always returns pointers, so they have some connection with pointers, so calendar will obviously be an array of pointers. And this calendar, each calendar will have 7 elements, or that 7 elements are 7 days of the week, like from Monday to Sunday. And now each element will have day name, date and activity description. So before we proceed, I would just want to show you how the output will look. So you will have a idea of what we are going to do forward. Okay, so you just see this. So this will be your output. Okay, so you will have a day, Monday. I have given Monday here. I have given a date, 2/11/24. The activity is writing the assignment. Similarly, Tuesday, a date is being given, 3/11/24, going for shopping. Wednesday 4/11/24 gardening, etc. Till Sunday I have given some dates and activity. So just keep it in mind that the output will look like this. This is what we have to do. This is the calendar. So we will just see into it in more detail. Okay. So now going on. So okay. Now I told you that calendar is dynamically allocated. So similarly, I'll just draw this. So calendar will have, now in the question itself it is written calendar has day name. If you see the question, calendar has day name. Here also it is a dynamically allocated string. It's a dynamically allocated string. Then we have date. In date you can have int, which is a d, m and yy, because date will be integer type, month will be integer type, year will be integer type. And again you have activity description. According to the question, that is also a dynamically allocated string. So how to create this? First we need to, we know that this is a string, this is a integer type, this is a string again. How can we create this calendar with all these variables? So for this we go for structure. Okay, why we use structure? Because the elements inside the calendar are the variables which we are going to use inside the calendar are not of homogeneous type. That means it is not of one type. If it was fully int, we could have gone for arrays, but one is int, one is string, another one is also string. So we need to go for structure to store heterogeneous elements. Okay, so how to create a structure for this we will just see. So how to do it? You create a structure with the keyword struct. You give a name. So here I am going to give a name day. Okay, and this day I said day has a day name. So this is a string type. So I just want to mention you what is string. It is a collection of characters. Make a string. Okay, so when you are writing Monday, okay, when you are writing the day name as Monday, M is a character, O is another character, N is another character, D another character, A another character, Y another character. So this together will make you a string. So here day name should be a dynamically allocated string. So anyway you have to go for pointers. So here what we will do, we'll go for character pointer. We'll say character day name. Okay, we'll say character day name. So here what is going to happen is, now if I'm going to create see, if I'm going to write like this, character day name, what is going to happen here? So here a pointer, what is this star day name? Day name is a pointer of character type. That means there is something called day name, a pointer variable called day name, which stores some address. Here some address will be there. Okay, address of what? A character. So if I'm putting here M, Monday is a character M, the address of M, so if this is 0x155, imagine this address of M is 0x155. This address 0x155 will be stored in day name. I hope you understood. Day name, it is a pointer variable. It is a pointer variable. What is a pointer variable? Pointer variable is a variable which stores the address of another data type. For here it is character day name. As it is a character day name, it stores the address of a character. So if I am taking Monday, so M is a character here. So I write M here, and the address, imagine the address is, address where M is stored is 0x155. That will be stored in here in the day name. So here now day name, we need 7 day names. Okay, for Monday M we need to store, for Tuesdays T we need to store, for Wednesdays W we need to store. So it is a character array of pointers. Okay, the day name will be the array of pointers. In short, it will look like this. Day name, okay, there will be 7 spaces, 1 2 3 4 5 and sorry 5 and 6, and then what will happen is here it will store the address of Monday. Here I am storing MONDAY. So the address of this, that is 0, let it be 0x155. So here 0x155 will be stored. Similarly, when I am storing Tuesday, what will happen in the one, this character's address will be stored. Imagine this starts from 2 to 2. So here it will be 0x222. Similarly, here Wednesdays W will be stored, the address W, Thursdays T, Fridays F, Saturdays S and Sundays S. So this is, so day name I can see it is an array of pointers. So you're just declaring like this, and then in your question it is said now for day, for date you can have int D M Y Y. Okay, both D is an integer, M is an integer, Y is an integer. Then what will you have? Then again for activity description, we saw that question says activity description also should be dynamically allocated strings. So for that also we go for character activity description. Okay, here what is going to happen? Here what is going to happen? Again activity description will be an array of pointers. So activity description, imagine that is an array of pointer activity description. It also has 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so here suppose in Monday you want writing an assignment. Okay, writing an assignment. Okay, so imagine this W starts at 4 3. Okay, so this will be stored here. Okay, similarly for Tuesdays, as I said, this is for Monday, this is for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this is done by activity description. In short, I said calendar will have 7 elements. Okay, now how are you going to relate calendar and date together? Because calendar will be of structured date type. Okay, calendar is also a pointer of structured date type, and if you want to access Monday, you will say calendar of one dot day name. Okay, day name, that will be Monday. Calendar 1 dot activity description. What it will be? It will be writing an assignment. Okay, I hope this is very clear. Here, according to your question, you need to create a calendar. The calendar should have day name, date, month, year, and also activity description. And again, they have mentioned in the question, your day name should be dynamically allocated. String activity description should also be a dynamically allocated string. So for that we have to use pointers, and so as you see, the day name, it is also a character pointer. Strings are made up of characters. So what is day name going to be? Day name is going to be an array of pointers. So day name is going to be an array of pointers, and this array of pointers will store in each space. It will store the first address of the first character. Address of Mondays M is stored here in 0. Tuesdays will be stored here. T will be stored here. Okay, similarly in activity description also it's an array of pointers, but where, see, Mondays it is writing an assignment, where W's address will be stored here. Okay, so we'll see this in a detail, and calendar will have 7 elements. To access each element, you have to do calendar 1 dot day name. It will give you Monday. Calendar 1 dot activities description, it will give you Monday's description. And how is calendar and day being associated? Calendar is of struct day type. That means each and every element of calendar will have day name, activity description, D, M, Y, Y. All these are of day, inside day. So that is how calendar and days be related. Okay. So now, just we'll look at the first function, create. Okay, just look at the first function, create. Now in create, what we are going to do is simple things. What we are going to do, create. In create, you are going to set all the day names. Because why we setting all the day names? Because we already know the day names are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's not even going to change. Okay, so that's why you're going to set everything at first. Okay, first we will set all the day names. Then what we will do, we are going to create the memory space for activity description. Okay, see, before in we have what we have done in here is, we have just told that activity description will be a character pointer. We have not allocated space. This and all I have shown you to understand, make you understand. Till now I have not created memory space for activity description. Okay, so we will be creating that. Okay, so just I have declared that activity description is a pointer of character type. Yeah, so in create, what we are going to do, so to set all day names, we will take a variable character. Okay, character day names. Okay, we'll create an array of pointers where we'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, finally Sunday. Okay, these are all written in double quotes to indicate that they are strings. So what will happen here? Automatically you have to understand this. This is a separate variable than what we have created in day. Okay, day name it is here. Here it is day names. Okay, just be careful about the names. This is totally different, both of them. So we will see how to relate them. Okay. Okay. Now here what will happen, as I told you, there will be, because how many are there? 7 are there. So 7 spaces will be created. 4, 5 and 6. And what is it? It is a pointer, so it can store only addresses here. Addresses of what? Here address of Monday will be stored. Okay, Monday will be stored here. If this address is 0355, here, see, I am just giving you all this as an example. Okay, again, what it will store? Tuesday, and okay, so this will go on. So that is what is happening in day names. Okay, now there is another. Now what we have to do now, this day names should be connected with the day name we have created in the struct day. How to connect this? So we'll start a for loop. So we'll start a for loop. It should run from I0, I less than 7. Totally there will be 7 elements and I plus plus. And there what will you do? We will say calendar I dot day name. Okay. What is this day name? This is the day name we have told in struct. Okay. Struct day. This day name. Okay. This day name is the one which comes here. Okay, so okay, day name, what it will do is equal to strdup of day names of I. So what is this going to do? strdup means duplicate. You have to duplicate the day names of I. So first here I is 0. Okay, I is 0. So what will happen? Calendar so here what will happen is, so what is going to happen here is, see, first I is 0. Okay, I is 0. So what you're going to do here is calendar of 0 dot day name will be equal to strdup of day names of 0. So what is going to happen here? Here you know that, see, this was day names, correct? No, this was day names. Okay, day names of 0, this part, day names of 0 Monday will be duplicated. That means what will happen is, here calendar, this is 0, its day name, what will happen? Its day name, this is what is going to happen. Okay, here this will be duplicated. If I'm going to write Monday over here, and if this starts with another address, not like the same address, it's starting with, imagine, some 2000. Okay, so what will happen here? It will store 2000. Okay, this will be pointing to the first character. So this part will be duplicated. Duplicated means with a different address. Okay, so that's what going to happen here in calendar of 0. Now calendar of 0 will have a day name, it will have a day, it will have a what activity description. So this is going to happen again when you do Now when you do calendar of one, what is going to happen? Again, calendar of one dot day name is equal to strdup day names of one. Okay, so here what is going to happen? This part, which part? This part, this part, this part will get duplicated. So finally I can say like now calendar 1, if I'm writing calendar 1, it will also have a day name, and here what will happen, it will also have a day name where Tuesday's T's address will be stored. T, let it start in 2 point here. Okay, similarly for calendar 2 it will go on. See, calendar 2 also will have a day name. Okay, it will also have an address, and where address of what? W, Wednesday's W, Wednesday. Let it be 0754. So address will be stored and it will be pointed here. So this is going to happen. So calendar 1's day name, calendar 0's day name is stored, calendar 1, calendar 2, similarly till calendar 6, that is till Sunday, this will be, this for loop will be going on. Okay, that is what is happening. So what we did, what we set all the day names. How did we set all the day names? Take a day name, array of pointers which is of character type, and set Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, where this day name is an array pointer, and it will have what it will have, it will have the address of each and every day name. So what we are going to do now, we are going to take calendars, each element one by one, and we are going to store their day name. So for example, I am starting with calendar 0, calendar 0, that is Monday. Okay, calendar 0, what will happen? I am going to duplicate this part. I am going to duplicate this part. Okay, from the day names I'm going to duplicate that part. So for that I use strdup function, which is, that is a string duplicate, which is present in string.h. I take the day names of I, that is day name of 0, and I duplicate it and I stored it as calendar I of day name, that is calendar 0 of day name, which is Monday. I duplicated the total thing. Again I do for all the 6 other calendar 1 to 6 also I do the same. So how, that is how I set all the day names. Now what we have to do, we have to give the activity description. For activity description we need to give a create a space. For activity description we need to create a memory block. Okay, so for that it is also the question is given like it should be dynamically allocated. For that we use malloc. And how to use malloc? See, malloc, first you can write calendar. Each calendar will have a activity description. Okay, activity description. Okay, I is going from 0 to 6. From 0, this calendar, see here, this calendar 0 also will have an activity description. Activity description is there. Okay, activity description. Here again, here when I'm going here for calendar 1 also there will be an activity description. Okay, here also there will be an activity description. Okay, and that you should remember how to identify it. We identify it as calendar I dot activity description. So So how to dynamically allocate space for it? See, calendar I dot activity description, it will be of character pointer type. Okay, malloc. Now you have to give your buffer size here, that I'll display buffer size into size of char. Okay, so what is this buffer size? Buffer size is how much memory size we need. So I'm just giving 256, and this buffer size, whenever you are giving buffer size or size in the memory, that variable should be of size t type, like int type, float type is there, no? So size t type should be of size t type. Okay, and this is how you allocate. So what will happen here? Buffer size is 256 into size of character is 1. So 256 space is allocated for calendar 0 as activity description. Similarly, for calendars 1 activity description, 256 space is stored. Again, for calendar 2's activity description, 256 space is stored. So each one will have 256 space. 256 space will be stored for each one. 256 space. Okay, so and putting into it and all, we will see how to put the activity description, or we will see. Okay, so this is all about create function. I just want to show you in the code so you can understand in detail. So let's see. So here if you see, here, see, I have used stdio.h, stdio.h. Whenever you are going to use printf, scanf, etc., you have to use stdio.h. Again, you have stdlib.h. Okay, lib.h is used for uh, all the library functions like malloc. We are going to use malloc in the function free. We are going to use, for that you need stdlib. Then you use string.h, that also for stdrdup. Okay, now see, as I have told you, we have the struct day, and day, inside that we have the character day name, you have dmyy, and character pointer activity description. So now see, this is the create function. Create function, what are you going to do? You're going to pass the calendar, okay, which is of struct date type, and calendar is a pointer, because in the program we have already told calendar should be dynamically allocated. Still we are not allocated it. Why we have not allocated it? We have allocated it in the main. So I just want to show you how in the main it is allocated. So see, here in the main I have said malloc how many size of calendar I need, 7. 7 into size of struct day, which is of type struct day. So whatever what is the calendar is of struct day type. So automatically this whole buffer should be converted into struct day start type. Okay, whatever you give here, whatever you give here, should be given here, because this, whatever this is returned, is of void type. So this should be converted into struct day start type and stored. Okay, so calendar will be, or calendar is also dynamically allocated using malloc here. So now what we are going to do is, now when you call the create calendar, so the same thing what I have explained, same thing. Okay, create calendar. See, day names are, you take a character pointer day names, an array of pointer, you have initialized Monday till Sunday, and then you have started the for loop, and there you have duplicated the day names. Then for the activity description, you have given the buffer size and you have dynamically allocated it. Now we are going for the read function. For the read function, what we are going to do, you know, now only your day names has been allocated. Okay, only the day names, you know. Date is not given, even the activity is not given. So that date and activity will be given in this read function. So how you are going to give it? Just see this. When you see the program, see, you're going to here, you're going to give your see, you are going to give your date D, then you are going to give your month, and then you are going to give your year. Okay, so you start the for loop first. So enter date of percentage S in DD MMYY. So instead of this percentage S, what will come is calendar I dot day name. So calendar 0 dot day name is Monday. So enter date for Monday in DD MMYY, and you are going to take the date in calendar I dot D, your month in calendar I dot M, and your year in calendar I dot YY. Now we are going to enter your activity. So to enter your activity, I just want to explain this. So to enter your activity description. Okay. You're going to enter your activity. For example, you have returned the activity like writing an assignment. Okay. Writing an assignment is your activity. So this is a string, correct? And the end of the string will always have slash and slash 0. So how to read this? So if to read this we use get line. Okay, you get line, that is get the whole string. Okay, what is the uh, syntax is get line to where you have to read this. Writing an assignment to where you have to read this. I want to read this to calendar I dot activity description, because this if I is 0, calendar I dot 0 dot activity description, this is Monday's activity description. So to Monday's activity description you read this. Then I will give a buffer size. Why I give a buffer size? Suppose you are writing a very long activity. So already for activity description we have assigned 256 memory space, 256 bytes. That will be not that will be not sufficient. So what happens if it finds that your activity is too long? It can allocate an extra buffer size. Again, you put buffer size 256, which is of size T. This is extra. At 256 you already have. Still, if it is not sufficient, again some extra 256 you do. And stdin, where are you taking from your input from? The input is taken from the keyboard. Why? Because writing an assignment we give through the keyboard. So that is what we use get line for. Okay, so for activity description, to enter the activity we use get line. When you enter the get line, what will happen when you are writing your activity? That activity will be stored in your associated I, where calendar of I. So if I return this for Monday's activity, so it will be stored in calendar 0 of activity description. This is I. Okay, you are running a loop here. Okay, and buffer size, this buffer size means 256 was already allocated. Still, sometimes if your assignment is too long, it will allocate extra 256 and take here. And where you have to take your input from the keyboard. And now you have to read the whole line character by character. So till your character is not equal to slash n, keep on doing this. Okay, keep on doing this. Okay, when once you reach your slash n, you can come out, because there is no character to be read again. Okay, so this is the code of activity description. So let's see that how to enter activity description. See, while get char not equal to null, not equal to next line, size of t buffer size 256 and get line. Now the next function is display. That is very easy. Just display all the things you have. say calendar I of day name, you can display calendar I dot d, I dot d, calendar I dot m, calendar I dot yy, calendar I dot activity description. You have to run a loop. Okay, you run a loop from 0 to 6 and you display all these things. See, minus 10s 2d, why all this is used? This is two spaces, give two hand spaces. Okay, so just to give some adjust some spaces, we are using that. Then uh, then the very important next thing is whenever you use malloc, okay, whenever you use malloc, you need to use free. Okay, what is free used for? Free. Okay, malloc was used when you have created your calendar, when you created your day name, when you created your activity description. Okay, for these three things malloc was used. After your program is over, you have to free those memory space. How to free those memory space? First you have to free your variables inside the calendar. So first you free your day name, then you free your activity description, then you free the calendar. Okay, then you free the calendar. So this is how what is done in free calendar I dot day name, calendar I dot description, and then calendar. Okay, so this is how free is being used. So this is how the program goes. First you have to in the main you just create the calendar. See, if suppose, see, malloc, when you use malloc, sometimes if memory space is not there, the value of this will be null. So it's checking that if your value is null, you just print memory allocation failed. Else what you do, you create the calendar, call the create function, call the read function, call the display function, and then after that is over, free everything. So let's see, let's look this program. Let's run this program and see. I have already run the program. Let's run this. Now enter date for Monday. So I'm going to enter a random date. Okay, let it be in 09 11 24. Okay, enter activity for Monday. So I am just writing have to study data structures. So Tuesday, let it be 10 11 24. You just see how I'm entering the input. Just put space in between the dates. Okay, now activity, I'm planning for shopping, going for shopping. Okay, then I can put 11 11 24. Now on Wednesday I'm plan to go for dance. Okay, 12 11 24, going for training program, going for training program. Then 13 11 24, I'll plan rest, so I need rest, so I'll plan for rest. Then 14 11 24, Saturday I plan for some outdoor games. Sunday 15 11 24, I plan to take rest. Let it be rest. Okay, so now see, your activity has come like this. So this is the program. Hope you understood it. Thank you.